And we welcome everyone here to Panther Field as we resume the game that was delayed yesterday. Same as everything as Briley Starks get us started off there with strike one. And that is number 7 right there, Miss Rachel Ellison for the Poyen Indians. Poyen is down 3-0 in this game when the rain delay happened yesterday as Ellison fouls that one back. So now the count is 0-2. Poyen in their only series of at-bats yesterday before the torrential tsunami came in. They went 0 for 3, so no hits here for Poyen today. But that one will be lined, and a beautiful play over there at first, going to her knees. That is going to be Jade Mayo, the first baseman, number 11, and that is a great play of fielding right there over there by the first baseman, Mayo. And now it will be Josie Austin, the center fielder, number 12, to step into the box. This is Josie's first appearance at the plate in this quarterfinal matchup, as she's going to look at ball one low right there as the count goes 1-0. This game started playing yesterday, and then we did get some rain, and we postponed it till today as that pitch is fouled back, and count goes 1-1. Poyen still down 3-0 here in the top of the second. Poyen the 6th seed out of 2A5, and Bigelow's the 3 seed out of 2A5. As that one just gets outside, and the count goes 2-1. To get here, Poyen had to beat Mountain Pine in the 6 and 7 game, which was played Monday. Been a hot minute since we played, besides the delay yesterday, and so they advance. As they got the 6-0 win against Mountain Pine on Monday afternoon. So this game right here is a ticket to regionals, and Josie Austin's looking to get on base right here as a count 2-2 and 1 out. And she's going to catch her on the inside corner right there, and Briley Starks gets her first strikeout of this game looking to Josie Austin. And that's just a great location pitch right there to kind of freeze the hitter. So that is really what you got to do to set them down here. And now it's going to be Hannah Scorers, number 11, the first baseman, up right here against Starks. And the 0-0 from Starks, that's going to be hit over to the second baseman. And the second baseman just pitches it over to Mayo, and that's going to put them down in order right there. So a pop out, a strikeout, and a ground out puts Poyen down in order. And we'll be back with more 2A5 district softball after this break. And we are back here as Rachel Ellison looks to get started on this sunny afternoon here in the Cove, as her first pitch will be a called strike to Laney Gifford, the second baseman, who is the 9-hole hitter for the Bigelow Lady Panthers. So count 0-1 here to Gifford as she readies in that right-hand batter's box. In the first round matchup against Mountain Pine, Ellison had 7 strikeouts, 7 innings of work. So that's 1 strikeout per inning average. So that's not as well as what you want it to be, but she's able to get the win there. 6-0 over Mountain Pine. So now here's the 0-2 from Ellison. And that ball is hit high and hard, but straight to the center fielder, Josie Austin. So that's a hard hit ball right there, but that is right to the center fielder. That was a very firm hit. We heard it from up here as that flips the lineup back over to Ashlyn Jordan, the shortstop, who reached on an error her first at bat yesterday. Man, Jordan is just a power hitter right here. I saw something on her last night. I can pull that up here in a minute. I believe she's a freshman from what I read. I found some stats and stuff that Bigelow had provided me. Let's see. Yeah, and she is a freshman. She leads the teams in runs scored, walks, and stolen bases as their leadoff hitter, as she takes ball 2 right there. She is a freshman that can play shortstop and catcher. Playing shortstop today and looking to get on base right here. And the 2-0 from Ellison. And that's going to be outside, and now hitters count here for the leadoff hitter for Bigelow, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Like I said, this game right here is a ticket to regionals, and winner will play Magnet Cove. Mountain Pine is the team that got eliminated Monday, and that is strike 1 right there on Jordan. And the 3-1. That ball is going to be hit softly to Ellison. Ellison over to scores, and that will put it down right there. So that does it for out number 2 as the leadoff hitter goes down on a ground out. So now the pitcher, Briley Stark, steps into the plate. She singled in her 1 at-bat yesterday. And Briley leads the team in at-bats. Wins, obviously, pitching, strikeouts, and innings pitched. So she kind of leads everything on. She's the ace for this Bigelow Lady Panthers team, but she has the most at-bats as she fouls that one back right there down the third base line. She had a single to right field yesterday that got the offense brewing for the Bigelow Lady Panthers, where they scored 3 runs in the bottom of that first frame, as that one will go outside, and the count goes 2-1. Ellison looking here to get her second strikeout of this game as she struck out Bryn Weaver, the left fielder, in yesterday's match, and that's going to be fouled straight back into almost the press box. Heather Squared almost jumped over there. Heather Squared is Heather Harville and Heather Harrington, by the way. And a whole crew of us up here. It takes an army to do this. And the 2-2. And that's going to be hit high. And the right fielder backtracking. And she's going to drop the ball. That's going to be extra bases for Starks. She's going to go 3. And the throw to third is not in time. So that will be a very good hit right there. I believe that is going to be scored as an error, though. That is going to be an error on the right fielder. But a great piece of hitting to end up on third. And that ball, man, if the wind would have been blowing out today, that one I would have been worried for. So Addison Jordan steps in, and she's going to hit one to the shortstop over there. And they will end the inning on that. So 1 pitch, and Jordan goes down as she grounds out to the shortstop. But not before Briley Starks gets to third base. But Bigelow threatens and leaves 1 runner on. We'll be back with the top of the third after this break. We are back here in the top of the third as Poyen comes up to the plate. It is going to be Daly, Leonard, and Morrison. 7, 8, and 9 right here for Poyen against Starks. And the 0-0 from Starks. That's going to be catch the outside of the plate right there. So that will be strike one. Top third. And that will be fouled back from Daly as the count goes 0-2. Second baseman here, this is her first at bat of this quarterfinal matchup as she did not get to bat yesterday because the game was cut short. Starks looking for her second strikeout victim, and that's going to be I believe, drop third strike, so she will be called out. So that will be ruled as a strikeout. So now it's going to be Ashlyn Leonard to step into the plate, the left fielder, number 6. She did not have an at-bat yesterday, so have to see what she can do here. And the 0-0 from Starks right here. And that's going to be fouled up the first base line towards the Poyen dugout. And the ump asked if Poyen could shut their door to the dugout. So here we go as the 0-1 with 1 out to Leonard. That's going to be outside right there, and so the count goes 1-1. Bigelow up 3-0 right now. Trying to work out our scoreboard. We'll get it figured out. As the count is 2-1 right there. And that is going to be strike 2 right there. Good pitch there from Starks to kind of freeze Leonard right there and get strike call number 2. 2-2 here. Let's see if Leonard can battle out and get on base right here. And the 2-2 from Briley. And if she's going to catch the outside corner once more. That is the second pitch that has caught the outside corner right there for Bigelow. So now it will be Kendall Morrison, the third baseman, the 9-hole hitter, come up to bat right here. She ended not having it bat yesterday. They're trying to get on base right here with 2 outs. And that ball is hit high. Not going to be very good. Let's see who calls it. And a great play over there by the shortstop, number 22, Ashlyn Jordan right there to put Poyen down in order. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. Take care of Poyen in the top of the third. We'll be back with the bottom of the third after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at the bottom of the third as the 3-seeded Bigelow Lady Panthers looks to add some insurance here as they're up 3-0 in the bottom of the third. All those runs were scored in the first frame. So it will be Hannah Staples, the center fielder, up to bat right here as she's going to take strike 1 inside right there. She reached on hit by pitch yesterday before the storms rolled in. Staples leads the teams in runs scored and home runs. Do not know how many home runs she has. She is a freshman also. A very young team here for Bigelow, but able to fight through 2A5 and get the 3 seed behind Central Arkansas Christian in Magnet Cove. And the 0-2. And that's going to be fouled off her foot, I believe. So that will keep her at the plate right here as the count stays at 0-2. Ellison looking for her second strikeout of this game. And the 0-2. And that's going to be hit hard and deep. The left fielder comes on right there and makes the catch into the gap. Ashlyn Leonard over there in left field making the play. And there's been some hard hit balls today that just have found the gloves of these outfielders. So now up to bat, it's going to be Cayenne Curtis, the right fielder, who reached on a walk in her first at bat of this quarterfinal matchup. And the 0-0 from Starks, that's going to be hit softly up to Ellison. Ellison gets it over to Scores, and that will be a ground out right there as one pitch take cares of Curtis. And now Jaden Mayo is going to come up to bat, the first baseman who had a sacrifice fly in her first at bat. And the 0-0 to Mayo as she's going to take that one high, and it'll be ball one. Ellison hasn't really struggled with anything besides that first frame yesterday where she gave up 3 runs. And the 1-0, and that's going to go behind the press box right there. And so the count goes even at 1-1. That one went into the beloved creek behind the press box. And the 1-1. That one's going to be low and inside, so that will go 2-1. Starks looking to get out of this inning without giving up another run. And the 2-1, that's going to be fouled back into the press box fence right here. And so now we have a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Be big if Ellison can get the strikeout right here and go into the dugout. And the 2-2, that's going to be inside, so count goes full. Good eye there by Mayo not to swing at that chase pitch that Ellison threw inside. And the payoff pitch, 2 outs. And that's going to be fouled at the plate. Catcher gets it, going to throw it up to Scores, but Scores couldn't get it. Mayo's going to second. And that is going to be a throwing error on the catcher. So Mayo ends up on second after the catcher error right there. So she reaches on an error in her second attempt. So now Bryn Weaver comes up to the plate, the only strikeout victim of Ellison's. So now runner in scoring position for the left fielder. And a big swing over the pitch right there as that pitch was low and inside. But Weaver swings right there and the count goes 0-1. And the 0-1 from Ellison. That's going to be hit high. That's off the glove of the third baseman, Morrison. And Mayo's going to come home. And Bigelow will keep pounding on the runs as they will go up 4-0 right here. That one right there will be ruled as an error by the third baseman as it got out of her glove. So Poyen really not executing flawlessly right now as the last 2 batters have reached off an error. Here comes the 8-hole hitter, Mabry Patillo. As she's going to take that one inside. Bigelow up 4-0 now. Looking to add that on. Weaver, the runner over there at first. And that ball is hit, and that's going to be a base hit by the catcher. And so runners advance one base, so that will be a single there for Patillo. And so now the 9-hole hitter comes up, Laney Gifford, who had a fly out to Josie Austin in the center field to start this game back this afternoon. Two outs right here. This could be a big opportunity to extend this lead once more for the Bigelow Panthers. And the 0-0, that's going to be called strike one. Man, they happen when you don't expect them to happen, I guess. And here's the 0-1 from Ellison. And that's going to be hit high. And that's going to be caught by the second baseman right there, Sidney Daly. But not before. Poyen scores one here in the bottom of the third on error on the third baseman. So Bigelow up 4-0 after 3. Well, I actually meant Bigelow scored one, because Bigelow's up 4-0 now as we go into the top of the fourth, as Briley Starks goes into her fourth inning of work right here for Bigelow. She is yet to give up a hit, so she's working on a no-hitter going into the fourth inning to see if she can continue that as the lineup gets flipped back over to Olivia Sperlin, the shortstop, who flew out to start this game yesterday. That pitch misses, so that will be ball one. And the 1-0 offering, that's going to be hit high. And a great play there by the right fielder, Cayenne Curtis, as she gets that one, and the no-hitter continues for Starks. I really hope I didn't jinx that for Starks. So Starks has let her defense work behind her with 3 ground outs, a couple of pop outs, and a couple of fly outs as Rose Smith, the 2-hole hitter, the designated player, comes up right here. She grounded out to the second baseman in her first at bat yesterday. As the count is 0-1. Here's the offering from Briley, and that is just going to miss the zone. So the count will go 1-1. One, 2 outs here. Bigelow up 4 runs, and that's going to be grounded. Good play over there by Starks over to Mayo, and that will be out number 2 right there. So now it's going to be Emma Wise, the catcher. She grounded out to the shortstop yesterday. And that one's going to be hit up the third base line, but foul. Good reaction over there by Jordan to be ready if it did go fair. Makes the count 0-1 here on the catcher. And the 0-1 offering from Starks. And that ball is hit over there to the shortstop hard. Jordan over to Mayo. And so that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down here for Bigelow as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. And we are back here at Panther Field. So Bigelow's up 4 runs here. We can kind of discuss the district tournament as the Conway Christian Eagles, the baseball boys, have arrived at the stadium, and also the softball girls. But it's a pretty interesting district here in 2A5. Magnet Cove came in as the 2 seed, the host school, and Central Arkansas Christian came in as the 1 seed. And the regular season, I guess I shall say, conference champions is going to be your CAC Mustangs as they defeated Magnet Cove 12-2 at CAC to take that championship home. But that's why we play tournament ball, and here we go right here. And so that ball is going to be low there to number 22, Ashlyn Jordan, as the lineup got flipped back over after that ground out, or the pop out from Gifford. And that one's going to be hit high, and the shortstop snares it right there. And that is going to be Olivia Spurlin. So now Starks is going to step into the plate. She has been Mr. Miss Get On Base, as she had a single in her first at bat and then had a triple because of an error. So she just kept going around the base pads. As that is ball 1 right there offered to her, 1 out right here after that pop out. And the 1-0, and that's going to be just high, so that will be ball 2. Poyen up 4-0, scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first and 1 run in the bottom of the third. As that is ball 3 right there, and a hitter's count here for Starks. And the 3-0. And that's going to be way outside, and a 4-pitch walk right there issued to the pitcher. And that is Ellison's second walk she's issued in this quarterfinal matchup. This will be number 23 to step in right here. That is Addison Jordan, the third baseman, who has an RBI double and a ground out to the shortstop in her 2 plate appearances thus far in this game. And the 1-0. It's going to be inside, a pretty hefty lead over there for Starks at first base. Wise is keeping an eye on her. And the 2-0 from Ellison. And she is going to run, and the throw down to second is not in time. And Starks gets there. So now the count is 3-0 right here. That's going to be a stolen base for Briley Starks. Jordan looking to get on base right here is the 3-0, and that's going to be hit high. And the shortstop is going to camp under it right there, and that will be a pop out right there as they tried to throw it. Look down to do my stat, and then Miss Briley Starks advanced to third, so she will be on third. So now Hannah Staples, the center fielder, comes up to bat. She has a fly out to left field and a hit by pitch as the sun finally decides to pop out here at Panther Field. And the 0-0, that's going to be inside. Starks is definitely a speedster, so I won't be surprised if she tries to steal home on a pass ball maybe. Staples right here up in the count 1-0 as she swings and misses over that one, and strike one and the count evens. And that one is also swung over right there. So that one will be strike two. 2 outs right here, runner on third. Big RBI opportunity for Staples as she's got one just a mere 60 feet away. Starks on third in the 1-2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and she goes down on strikes. So Hannah Staples goes down on strikes, and Ellison gets her second strikeout of this quarterfinal matchup. We'll be right back with the top of the fifth after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field as Poyen comes up to bat here in the top of the fifth. Is going to be Rachel Ellison, the pitcher, as she gets her first offering from Starks, and that will be a strike on the outside corner. That's going to be hit softly up to the shortstop. Shortstop gets over to Mayo, the first baseman, and that will be a ground out there for Ellison. So now it's going to be Josie Austin. Austin is one of 3 strikeout victims for Rachel Ellison as she struck out looking her first at bat and her only at bat yesterday. And the 0-0 as that one is high and outside right there for ball one. 1-0, 1 out here for the center fielder. That one's going to be hit softly to the pitcher. The pitcher fields it, gets it over to Mayo, and a beautiful play over there by Jade Mayo to keep the no-hitter going here in the 5th inning, as that is going to be a ground out to the pitcher right there. And so a even better stretch from Mayo to get it over there and make the play at first. Now Hannah Scores comes up to bat right here, the first baseman. She grounded out to Jordan, the second baseman. That is going to be, she grounded out to the second baseman. That's Gifford. That one was fouled back right there, almost into the press box. I'm really glad the fence is there. And the 0-1 offering from Briley. That's going to be hit hard, but up the first base line, but just foul. So now the count 0-2. Starts to get a 3-pitch strikeout right here on Scores. Hand the 0-2, 2 outs. Hand the offering. That's going to be fouled back there from scores. As that still makes the count 0-2. Briley readies her 0-2 pitch right here. It's the sign from her catcher. And the wheel and deal. And that's a hard hit ball. That could get down, but the center fielder is right there. Beautiful play there by Hannah Staples to end the inning. So, 2 ground outs and a... excuse me. 2 ground outs and a fly out in the inning for Poyen. Here comes Bigelow's Battets in the next inning after this break. Go. Oh, and we are back here at Panther Field. If I can find my pencil. Oh, there it is. I found it now, as Cayenne Curtis is going to step into the plate as she has a walk and a ground out to the pitcher in her 2 at-bats. As that is going to catch just the inside hair of the plate be for a called strike 1. And the 0-1 offering from Ellison. And a big wave and a miss. So now Curtis has got 2 strikes on her right here. Ellison looking for a 3rd strikeout victim right here. And the 0-2. That's going to be hit hard. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. And that is mumbled by Josie Austin. So that will be a single there for Cayenne Curtis. So now Jaden Mayo is going to step into the right-handed batter's box as she has a sacrifice fly, and she reached on an error in her 2 at-bats in this quarterfinal matchup. Runner on first right here, and that ball is going to be hit softly into no man's land. Nobody charges it, and she is going to get her, though. Ellison tried to go for it, and then Daly tried to go for it, and Daly finally picked it up and tossed it over to scores at first, and they were able to get the 4-3 put out. So now Bryn Weaver steps in, who had a strikeout and reached on an error, and that ball is hit high. That's going to be the center fielder, Josie Austin, right there, as the tag-up throw is not in time and offline right there, so she advances bases right there. So that will be a fly out there for Weaver. And so now it will be Mabry Patello in the plate who hits that one up to the second baseman, Daly. But Bigelow threatens but can't get anything across here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So we'll go to the top of the 6th after this. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It is also has a full cafe menu with delicious mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field as Poyen comes up to bat here in the top of the sixth, needing some runs very badly if they want to advance. As Sidney Daly, the second baseman, comes up to the plate. And Briley Starks is just 6 outs away from throwing in a no-hitter. Have to see if she can finish that out or I jinx her. And if I jinx her, hope she never knows who I am. And the 0-1. And that one's going to catch the outside corner of the plate. And so that will be 0-2 right there. And the 0-2. And that is going to be outside right there. Tried to frame there by Patillo, but not going to get it. And so the count will go 1-2. And that one goes high right there, so that's going to be ball 2. Count 2-2 here for Daly. Daly struck out swinging on her first, looking, I believe, on her first attempt. As the count goes full right here at 3-2. Good at bat here by Daly to battle back from down in the count 0-2 to a full count right here. Daly choked up on the bat in that right-hander's batter box. And the 3-2. And that's going to be hit. That's a great play over there by the shortstop. And, I mean, beautiful work from this Bigelow infield thus far in this game. As that is going to be a ground out right there to the shortstop. That was a hard hit ball almost getting to the grass. But Ashlyn Jordan right there, a well-rounded shortstop, going to make the play. As Ashlyn Leonard, the left fielder, comes in to the batter's box. And that pitch there offered from Starks to Leonard is going to be fouled straight back. And the 0-1 from Starks, that's going to be fouled back right there. So that will put her down the count 0-2. Starks has done a beautiful job of working these Poyen hitters down in 0-2 counts and making them battle back, but they have not been able to battle back as that ball is going to be high. So that will be ball 1. One, two here from Starks. Let's see if she gives her a strikeout pitch to try to get the second out of this inning. And the 1-2 from Briley. That ball is going to be hit to the shortstop once more. And a beautiful play. That Jordan DeMayo connection has been working all game as another ground out to the shortstop. And Starks has done a beautiful job of getting these Poyen hitters to roll over the pitches and work her defense behind her. And her defense has done an absolutely impeccable job. I learned that word from Miss Bedoni actually in like 8th grade, I think. As that ball is going to be high, that is Dalton's big word of the day. Count 1-0 here on Kendall Morrison, the 9-hole hitter for Poyen, and plays third base. And that is going to be strike one off the outside corner. So count will leave it at 1-1 with 2 outs. One the count to Morrison, and that ball is a big wave and a big miss. So she will go down the count 1-2. Count 1-2 here for the third baseman. Starks looks to get out of this inning right here, and the offering. That ball is going to be hit high. That is the left fielder over there that judges it and makes the play clearly. So that is going to be Bryn Weaver over there that makes the play. Once again, Bigelow sets them down in order. Here they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field as the 9-hole hitter Laney Gifford comes up to bat here for the Bigelow Panthers as they look to just kind of get out of this inning and then get 3 more outs and advance to the semifinals and get a ticket to the 2A Central Regionals. So let's see what they can do here as 9-1-2 are due up here for Bigelow. And the 0-0 from Ellison. That's going to be low, and that's going to be ball 1. Gifford has a fly out and a pop out in this game. Is she going to hit that one up the third base line, but going to be foul? So the count is 1-1. Poyen needs to shut Bigelow down right here and get at least 4 runs to keep this game going in the next top frame. As that one is outside there from Ellison. His count going to go 2-1. And the 2-1 here from Ellison. And that's going to catch the inside of the plate. So that will be strike 2 as the count evens itself at 2-2. And the 2-2 from Rachel. That's going to be swung over and missed. So she will be struck out right there, and that is the 3rd strikeout there for Ellison this afternoon. Well, include yesterday afternoon also. So that flips the lineup back over to Ashlyn Jordan, the shortstop that has played phenomenal in the field both days, but has kind of struggled at the plate as she only has a reached on error and 2 ground outs. And that ball is hit high and sort of deep to left field, and that is caught by the left fielder, Ashlyn Leonard from Poyen. And so she will fly out to left field on 1 pitch right there. So Briley Starks will step in to the right-handed batter's box as she has a single and a reached on error where she ended up on 3rd and a walk and a stolen base in this quarterfinal matchup. And the 0-0 from Ellison as that's going to be hit softly, and that is dropped by the second baseman. So she will be safe. That is Daly, who kind of dove over there for the pitch and just couldn't get to it. Just a very softly hit ball. And so that will be ruled as an error on Daly. So now it's going to be Hannah Staples that comes up and Cutter Morning Star has just entered the building, or I should say the parking lot. They will play the next game against Conway Christian for a ticket to play CAC in the semis. Winner of this game will play Magnet Monday. We are having to move everything back to Monday. Do not want to play Saturday, so everything will be played Monday, the semifinals and the finals. As that ball is swung on and missed right there, and they go down to the count 0-2. So the count 0-2 here for Staples. And so the count stays at 0-2, I believe. And the 0-2, and that will be high right there as they try to throw down to second and get her. And that's going to be a pass ball into center field. She's going to go to third, and she's going home. And the throw home is not in time. And Briley Starks gets there off the errors of Poyen. And the errors have killed Poyen in this quarterfinal game as Bigelow goes up 5 runs right here. So the count is 1-2 here for Jordan, third baseman, who has an RBI double, a ground out. And that will be strike 3. So she gets a strikeout right there, and Ellison gets her 4th strikeout to end the inning, but not before Poyen gives up some errors and another run. Bigelow up 5-0 after 6. And we are back here as Briley Starks looks to finish a no-hitter right here. And the top of the 7th. That one is going to end it. I just jinxed it as Olivia Sperlin finally gets a single. And that is the first hit for any Poyen hitter in this quarterfinal game. So Rose Smith, the DP, will come up, who has 2 ground outs on the afternoon. They're going to put the flex in Bailey Morrison. As a big wave and a miss there from Morrison, who is playing right field today. And the 0-1 from Starks, and that's going to be in the dirt. They're going to try to tag her down at first, and she will not get there, so that will be safe over there at first for Sperlin. And we are back here as the count is 1-1 here to the flex. Sperlin is the first base runner for Poyen this entire game. And the 2-1, and that's going to be Count 3-1 here to Morrison. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Poyen got to have at least 5 runs to keep this matchup going. And the 3-1 from Briley. That's going to be ball 4, and Starks is kind of lost it, and she will have a circle meeting right here with Coach Mayo to try to finish this one out. And we will talk a little bit about the next matchup that we have 30 minutes after this one. So let's see here. That is going to be Conway Christian and Cutter. 2 teams, the 4 and the 5 seed. That is going to be a big game, and the winner will play Central Arkansas Christian Monday. The regular season matchup between Cutter and Conway Christian. Conway Christian won with a score of 10-7. That is all I have on that, but that is just the right time because Coach Mayo heads back to the third base dugout, and Starks is ready to deliver right here as the count is 0-0 with 2 runners on with no outs in the top of the 7th. And the 0-0 to Wise right here, the catcher for Poyen. That's going to be hit straight back and foul. So Wise has 2 ground outs today in this quarterfinal game. As she hits that one hard, and that one is hit deep, backtracking, and a great catch there by the center fielder for Bigelow. I believe that is their center fielder, Hannah Staples. So that is the first out, and no runners advance. A great throw in there from Staples. That was a very well-hit ball that kept Staples backtracking to the fence. And that ball is hit out of play right there from Ellison, the pitcher. And she has a pop out and a ground out, 0 for 2 from the dish. Starks has given up 1 hit and 1 walk only in this game. They've all been in the top of the 7th inning. And that one will catch the outside of the corner of the plate and put Ellison down on the count 0-2. And the 0-2 from Starks. And a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Rachel Ellison goes down on 3 strikes right there. And that is Starks' 4th strikeout of this quarterfinal matchup. Starks 1 out away from finishing this one off. Trying not to give up a run right here as Josie Austin, the center fielder, steps in. Big hefty lead over there for Sperlin at second base. And that one is low. That's going to be a passed ball. So runners will advance. That got under Patillo. So count 2-0 here. This is a big RBI opportunity for Austin. If she could get one in the grass, they'll probably send both of them. As that one is a pass ball, and here comes a run for Poyen, and Sperlin will score on a wild pitch. Josie Austin right here. A little circle meeting there between Jordan and Starks. 2 very good players right there. Giving each other a word of confidence. Trying to finish this one out in the 3-0. That's going to be strike 1 right there for Austin. And that's going to be another pass ball, and that's going to be a walk. And she is safe. They call Josie Austin safe at second. And Poyen has made this game interesting as they've scored 1 run. But they reverse the call and call her out, and that's ball game. Josie Austin tried to advance off an error, and so that ends the ball game. Poyen loses 5-1. Bigelow moves on to play Magnet Cove. So we will see how that game fares Monday, but good outing here for Briley Starks as she had 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. So that will be it for this quarterfinal matchup. We've got another quarterfinal matchup coming up here in about 30 minutes. So that will do it for Poyen and Bigelow. Bigelow wins 5-1. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas.